Ditching the snowshoes at 12:06. That was the hike to James Peak, summit elevation about 13,300 feet, located in James Peak Wilderness near Black Hawk, Colorado. We started today's hike from the St. Mary's Lake Trailhead. There's a $5 cash only parking fee, exact change. Today's hiking stats: 8 miles round trip, 3,000 feet of total elevation gain, hiked on May 22nd, 2021. We have some experience hiking Colorado 13ers during the springtime, so the goal for today was avoid post-holing as much as possible. To do that, we got to the trailhead at 6 a.m. and wanted to hit the summit and start getting down before the sun started beating on the snow, turning it into a post-holing nightmare. It was a quick hike up to a partially frozen St. Mary's Lake. Didn't stay long though, just took a couple pictures and then we were on our way. The hike steepens quite a bit once you pass the lake and start hiking up St. Mary's Glacier. Once we got above the glacier, we reached a plateau with some nice hard snow, and James Peak was well in sight, but the summit was not. The entire mountain was covered with snow, so we just picked a random path and headed straight up for the next 2 miles and approximately 1,600 feet of elevation gain. The snow was holding up good, still early in the morning, so we decided to ditch the snowshoes at 12,600 feet and just make a quick push for the summit. We shared the summit with a couple of skiers, but we didn't stay long as the winds were just constantly brutal. They were bad enough to where I can't really play the sound to any of the footage I took. As far as the views go at the summit, they're okay. I mean, you are above 13,000 feet and you're surrounded by beautiful mountains, but in my opinion, there are definitely a lot more 13ers that have way better views than James Peak does. On the way down from the summit, we did see lots of skiers, no hikers. Didn't see any hikers on the mountain today. Once we got closer down to the plateau, we did see a hiker trying to make a push for the summit. He did not have snowshoes. Man, I hope you made it, buddy. Once at the plateau, I did start post-holing a little bit, just a little over knee height. I've already been through this before, so I just decided to put on the snowshoes for the rest of the hike down to the lake. Emily weighs a lot less than me. She made it down no problem without any post-holing. She never had to put on her snowshoes. When descending down St. Mary's Glacier, we saw a bunch of people heading up, not sure where they were going. They just probably wanted to climb a glacier, which is awesome. But at this point, the trail was pretty packed and starting to get crowded. Once we got to St. Mary's Lake, it was even more crowded. Tons of people out. The trail is dog friendly, so if you want to come see a cool glacier and see a cool alpine lake, St. Mary's Lake and St. Mary's Glacier is an extremely popular destination due to the surrounding beauty and the proximity to a paved road. Once we got back to the St. Mary's Trailhead, it was completely packed. There were a couple of parking spots. I think we got back at the trailhead around 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, somewhere around then. There are bathrooms at the trailhead, porta potties if you need to go before hitting the trail. I don't ski, I don't snowboard, so spring is probably my least favorite time to tackle high elevation peaks, but it was still great to get outdoors in Colorado today. Overall, really enjoyed this hike. I don't know if it lived up to the hype of its popularity, but it's another one that I can mark off the list. Follow me on all trails if you want to see the route we took and some of our future hikes that we're planning. That's going to be it for me today. Until the next hike, I'm Dave Spates, Hiking Adventure Photography.